What is up? Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. It looks like it. Looks like my little voice thing at the bottom is moving. Richard, what's up? And Jennifer, how's it going? All is well. DK says, hi, Nate. What's up, DK? How you guys doing this evening? Brighten it up a little bit. Ian's Print Co., New Jersey. How's it going? ENZ Print Company. How's it going? How are you? All right. So, guys, welcome back to Shop Talk Tuesday Live. Welcome back to the Good View Woodworks channel. And for those of you who have been following along, what's up, Troy? From Lafayette, Louisiana. So, you guys been following along. Tomorrow is my wife's due date. So baby boy should be showing his head showing his face any time now. So Chad, what is up? Anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys that I was surprised that he hasn't come yet, but due date's tomorrow, so it should be any day now. We're super excited. And it's gonna be life-changing, but definitely in a good way, you know? So Cody says, congratulations, very awesome. Yeah, it is. It really is. Renee Porter says, hello from Virginia Beach. Hey, Mom. And DK says, awesome. Yeah, if you guys know anything about our story, I'm not sure if you do or not, but my wife and I tried for 4.5 years to get pregnant, and nothing happened. During that last 2 years or so, we entered the adoption process, and we adopted a little baby girl right from the hospital. So she was pretty much put into our hands the day after she was born. And now the adoption is over, finalized. We have a little baby girl. And then 3 months after she was placed with us, we got pregnant, or my wife got pregnant. So it's crazy how things happen. Kula says hi from Cyprus. Jennifer says hi, Mama Porter. Bruce, hey Nate, is this your firstborn? Yes, this will be our firstborn. So guys, without any further ado, I wanted to tell you guys that. Richard says Michigan is going to tap you on the shoulder at 3 o'clock in the morning and say, honey, it's time. Oh, he's from Michigan. Okay. Yeah, right. That's exactly how it's going to happen. I know. So I got a little FedEx package. I wanted to open it up on here. ENZ Princess had my first daughter last November. A love like I've never known. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Let's get this thing open. Chad, how you doing? You still waiting on some pigments? Let me know. Okay, so we got a whole list of things right here. Got a whole bunch of pigments. That's what those are. Got a whole bunch of them. These are some Good View Woodworks pigments. I needed to order extra. There's a gentleman on here that asked if I would ship him some overseas because we don't normally ship overseas. Usually it's just in the U.S., but we decided to give them. So Chad Hen was waiting. Here's your pigments, man. They just came in to me. Now I can send them out to you. So I've got a whole bunch of them in here for you. So appreciate everything you do, Chad. Thanks for supporting the channel. All the way from over there. So David says, this thing keeps booting me. What's up, Nathan? Hope all is well. Hey, David. Yeah, sorry, but it keeps booting you. I apologize for that. Bruce says, Nate, take a photo of your face and frame it now just before a baby comes. You'll remember, that feeling. Chad says, all good, bro. Thanks. No problem. Latasha says, hello, Nathan. I used Incredible Solution for the first time, and I noticed a hazy look after the pour set. Any advice? Yes. I'm surprised that it is hazy. If it is hazy, Latasha, first of all, what product did you use? Did you use the liquid plastic, or did you use their tabletop stuff? And also, what temperature was it? Um, and how thick did you pour? I just need a little bit more information. That'd be great. I'd love to help. So as far as the pigments that we got palm, bikini, caviar, mango, hammock, azure, Maui, and Caribbean. And so got a whole bunch of stuff getting shipped out to Chad. So hopefully it doesn't take too much longer, Chad, to get it to you. I don't know how long it takes to ship overseas. So, excuse me real quick. Go ahead and bust open a LaCroix. All right, I want to show you guys something else too that I've been working on. Hopefully, you guys could use this too. So if you guys have been following along on Instagram and stuff, I decided to order some coaster molds and make some coasters. If you see, I got a few imperfections, a few bubbles here and there, but all in all, they came out really nice. Used some maple burl. They have, if you can see, it has like a little indention there. It's really pretty. So we ended up making 4 of them. Came out nice. Here's 2. And here are the other 2. Got one here and one here. Now, got some bubbles in there, so we're just going to touch up the bottoms. But all in all, it came out nice straight from the mold. I like the little lip on it, and it's just real pretty, really pretty. So definitely would recommend getting these molds. This is what they look like. They're just coaster molds. You can buy them on Amazon. What I can do, what I'll be doing is I'll be posting this video shortly, this Friday. Hopefully, baby boy doesn't come. I'll try to have something up Friday. Maybe it might not be this video, but I'll post it in the description here. I'll post the link to these molds. They're really nice. Latasha said tabletop, 87 degrees, and last pour total of 3 coats. So Latasha, hey, so 87 degrees is a little warm. The reason why it might be hazy is just because of the temperature. If you will, send me some pictures of what you got there to Instagram or Facebook at Goodview Woodworks, or you can even go on my website, goodviewwoodworks.com, and send me a personal message. And so that way I can see what you're talking about. Tom Smith says, off topic, what's a cheap, decent laser printer? I don't know. I've actually been, you mean like a laser engraver, like that, like a laser engraver? Is that what you mean? I don't know for sure about a laser engraver, but I have been looking them up. They're actually kind of expensive. Cody says, what are your color changing pigments again, and what is your favorite one? I'll show you. So give me just 1 second. Okay. So it's more like a flip-flop color, like chameleon. We have Macaw P7030. It goes from like a pink, purpley to a blue. So if you guys can see that, P7030 Macaw. We also have Tetra, which goes from like a gold to a green color. That's a P7050. We also have Toucan. Okay, P7040, which is like a green to a purple. I don't know if you can get the color change on this camera, but it's a purple to a green color. And then we also have, where's the last one here? Tamarind. This is from like a pink to a yellow. There you go. Look at that one. That one really changes. Pink to goldish yellow. Anyway, Tamarind P7010. Those are the 4 color changing pigments that we offer. My favorite would be I like the Tetra. The Tetra is one of my favorites. Here's a sample. You can kind of see the color differences here. Kind of swirled around, and then this is the Tamarind. You can kind of see the different colors. That's what it looks like in epoxy. Yeah. So hopefully that answers your question. So Cody Watkins, hopefully that answers your question. Chad Penwood says, at the moment, weeks or months, I think sadly thanks to COVID. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Bruce says, Nate, do a video about coasters. I am. Once again, we'll be doing a video on these coasters. I've already recorded half of it. I got to finish recording, but we'll be doing it on these coasters right here. David O'Brien says, yes, we have the same mold. We love them. Kemal says, hello, Nathan. Is it possible to use different brands of epoxy that have different ratios? So the only way that it would work is if you mixed what you have of the one, poured it, let it set, and then mix the second one and then poured it. So you cannot mix bases and hardeners together. It does not work. Tom Smith says, printer. Oh, a laser printer. I don't know, man. I haven't looked up one in a very long time. Latasha says, okay, will do. Thank you. No problem, Latasha. John Finley says, yo. From Scotland. What's going on, John Finley? David O'Brien says, you can pick up, what is it, 3018 Pro Laser Engraver Tabletop CNC for $300 Amazon. Pretty user friendly. Oh, that's awesome. What size is the bed? Bruce says, I should be out cutting slabs when Nate just came on as I was putting iPad down. That's awesome, Bruce. Hey, Troy says, I use some walrus oil and wax. Do you know how many coats do I need to do? Troy, I have not used walrus oil, but I would assume that you would do one heavy coat, let it set up, and then wipe it off. Chaz gave some hit us up with a super chat, $5. Thanks, Chad. Really appreciate that, man. Anything helps to, when supporting this channel. Like I said, anything helps. I really appreciate it. You guys rock. Cody says, awesome, thank you. I'm making a river table for my sister. Showed her your videos and pigments, and she loved them. I appreciate that, Cody. Yeah, I really like them too. The pigments work really well. I would say the hardest part about pigments, if anybody has used them, is knowing how much to use. But it's always a gamble, depending on how thick you want them. I will say what I have learned when using pigments is if you're pouring something very thin, you need more pigment. If you're pouring something thick, you need less pigment. That sounds backwards, but hear me out. If you were to, if you were in you had dirty water, like in a pond or something, you cannot see your feet in the pond, right? Because it's really deep. But if you take that same water and put it in your hand, it looks clear. Similar thing, So if you have a thin pour of epoxy, you need more pigment. Hopefully that helps. David O'Brien says 8 by 10. Wait, 8 by 10 feet or inches. It says the only con is that you have to build it. Oh, that's not a big deal. Uh, Tandy says, have you ever had a tabletop bow at the epoxy resin flow? So like if you had a river in the middle, have it cupped like that? Is that what you mean, Tandy? David, inches. Okay, David O'Brien says inches, 8 to 10 inches. Okay, that's still pretty good. Cody says, what color changing pigment do you think will look good with black walnut? That's a good question. I used I used macaw on one, toucan, the purple to green. I used toucan on a black walnut ring box, and it looked really pretty. Really, it's up to your taste. I would say something that contrasts well with the black walnut, possibly the Tetra, or really any of them will look pretty. But like I said, it's all up to your taste. I used toucan with it, and it looked very pretty. Renee Porter says tamarind would look good on black walnut. Yeah, see, it's all up to your taste. I agree. Tandy said yes, it cupped along river. Yes, I have had that happen. Usually the reason why that happens, at least for me, is that one, it was very warm in my shop, and also when I had my wood clamped down, it pulled on the outside of the form and bowed that way. So temperature matters, especially until it's fully cured. Also, not have the wood not being dry completely will also do that. The good news is usually you could heat it up. You take your heat gun and really heat up the center, depending on how big the table is. You can bring it back down straight by clamping it down. So if it was cupped like this, lay the high spot down, clamp it to your table, and heat it up with a heat gun, and it will come back. So hopefully that'll help you out, Tandy. Chad says, and the wood floated, question mark. Cody says, thank you, and Renee for advice, much appreciated. Bruce says, seen a video on a bow table just after he had done it, so he sat in the sun with heat to flatten it. Yeah, see, Bruce said the same thing. Yeah, Tandy, if you could totally I would clamp it down to your table or form or whatever, make sure it's, that what you're clamping to is rigid enough to pull it down, and heat it up, and it will move back. So great question. Thank you. Woo, excuse me. All right, guys. If you have any more questions, please put them in the comment section now, and I'll try to get to them as quickly as possible. Once again, guys, this is my favorite time in the evening. But I want to say my mother-in-law is here at our house, and so we're going to start wrapping this up so I can get to the family. But I'm going to answer just a few more questions if you have them, and then I'll see you later on in the week. Okay. John says, what moisture is best to work with? John Finley, lowest moisture content as possible, but look at that. Troy hit it up. Less than 13%. I would try to get as close to 10 as possible, but 12 and under is good. Bruce says maybe a couple of channels on the bottom side to keep it flat. Keep a few channels. Yes. That does work, Bruce. However, sometimes if you have a clear river, you don't want to see the C channel underneath. And so there are ways around that. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out this evening. I really appreciate it. DK says, congratulations to Nate and his family. Yeah, I really appreciate it. My mother-in-law came in just to help us when baby boy is born, just to it's going to be different now that we're going to have 2 kids. 1 year ago, we had no kids. Now we have 2. And so she came to help us, and what a blessing she is. So guys, thanks again. I will catch you on the flip side. Jennifer says, thank you, Nathan. Have a great week and good night, all good viewers. Troy says, can't wait to see God send that angel. Congratulations. Bruce says, thanks, Nate. Gonna go get some work done. That's awesome. Guys, you rock. Like I said, thank you for supporting this channel. If you haven't been over, we have a Patreon site up and running. If you want to go and support Goodview Woodworks, go over to patreon.com/GoodviewWoodworks and check out the different tiers. You're donating to our channel to help it keep going, but we also give back to you guys a little bit as well. And so thanks again. John Finley says, congratulations, let the memories begin. Guys, once again, thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us, and I will catch you on the next one. You guys have a good night. All right? Bye-bye. See you next time.